Hey folks, I'm Zach, and today we are going to go over my old paper computer game, BALZAK GLOBOTRON. Finally. I know some of you have been waiting for it, especially you, Yak. This is the biggest paper computer game I have ever made. It is... I think I'm not going to show the physical one. I think I'll probably show the digital images of it. But this has about 200 pages, according to last count. Biggest PCG I've ever made. I think probably the biggest PCG anyone has ever made. Hey folks. Hey Salman. Hey Yak. Let's something a paper computer game. All right, folks. So, first let me just throw up some music. One moment. And we just need... Yeah, Arpent. All right, there we go. Let me know if the volume of the music is all right. How's it going, Usman? Stream to end all streams, yeah. Call of Combat coming soon. Nice. Hey, dog. All right, let me just get in chat on my phone so that I can see what chat is saying while I look at stuff on my PC. Switch that to live chat. That's always a good idea. All right, let's check out some BALZAK GLOBOTRON, all right? Are you guys ready? All right, so... Someone says, yeah, I'm really interested to find out how many pages were made. Like, were many of the pages useless? Or maybe there were just so many extra pages of hallways and stuff? I guess we'll find out. Yeah, depends how you define useless. Yeah, I guess you'll see. What PC do you have? I have an Alienware laptop. Alright, so, Chicken with Power says clicked faster than Ariana Grande can say next. Alright, so yeah, let's do this. Let's do this. I'm going to go into let's go into the folder, Paper Computer Game Archives, Zach's game. Let me show my screen. Wait, did it not show my screen? Oh yeah, it did. Okay, we good. All right, BALZAK GLOBOTRON. All right, so here it is, you guys. The cover of BALZAK GLOBOTRON. This is it. This cover, for those who can't tell, this depicts. This is a planet, and this is a fleet of starships going past the planet. This ship right over here. Whoops. How do you zoom in? There we go. Yeah. This ship right over here, that is the lead ship of the fleet. The rest of these ships are all of different designs because they originate from different alien species. We'll get into why that is in a bit. But they are all following this one ship. So yeah, they're just flying past the planet. I know when Chris first saw this cover, he thought that this was like a continent coming off the planet somehow, and I was like, no, that's supposed to be a ship flying past the planet. But I get this is all black and white. I didn't make it super clear, so yeah. But anyway, that's how that is. Yak says, let's get an official hallway count. All right, I'm putting you in charge of that, Yak. You can be the official hallway counter. Of course, then you get into the issue of what counts as a hallway, right? Someone says, what planet is that? I think that's just an abstract planet. I don't think that was supposed to be a specific planet. I mean, we do go to a lot of specific planets in the game, so this could conceivably be one of them, but if so, I don't remember which one it's supposed to be. But all right, so yeah, to give you some background for BALZAK GLOBOTRON, this was one of the earliest ideas for a paper computer game I had. All right, you know, let me just keep this up because it looks cool. This was one of the earliest ideas for a paper computer game I had. And by the way, this cover, Chris, since Chick with Power says I think it looks better in black and white, you can actually check that, because if you go to papercomputergames.com, which is the site Chris set up, he used the BALZAK GLOBOTRON cover, but he colored it in. So you can actually see what it would look like in color. I think it looks pretty awesome. This is just the background for the site papercomputergames.com. The site doesn't really have much on it yet. It's just the background with like a few links. But anyway, yeah. So maybe I'll just leave that up for the moment. Anyway, so BALZAK GLOBOTRON is the BALZAK GLOBOTRON is one of the earliest ideas I had. You know, like when I first started my series of paper computer games, as you'll remember from past streams, I was always like, I started as like sort of with the idea of having a regular series, and each episode would be like basically similar to Chris's games. You know, it's all like where Chris's games star Zach, but mine would be starring Pierre, and it would just be regular episodes like that, just in the same vein as Chris's games. But then I realized I could kind of expand out and like do my own thing more, still set in the same universe and building on the same universe, but with, you know, vastly different types of gameplay, you know, my own style. So one of the first games I did with that was the Mansion of Mystery, where it's like, or no, sorry, the first one was The Last of the Zerelta, you know, about Ginkus, and that's like, even that was pretty similar to the old Chris games, but, you know, the new character, so like that, you know, a character that isn't a real person, so already that was a huge departure. Yeah, it says this is my reminder for everyone to turn off top chat. Yeah, good point, Yak. Everyone turn off top chat. So yeah, BALZAK GLOBOTRON was like the third, like each game I was getting more and more ambitious. You know, I was like, the first was Last of the Zerelta. I was like, all right, it's basically the same thing, but like it's a backstory. It's with a different character, all right? Then the Mansion of Mystery, I'm like, all right, let's try a totally different genre. Let's do a mystery game. Like, and then I was like, let's do a space game. And that one just, like, as I had the idea for that, the ideas just grew and grew and grew. And it just became way too ambitious, way too fast. This game just exploded. And really, I really should, like, knowing what I know now, I could have just done it so much simpler and so much more effectively if I'd cut a lot of the screens out, but alright, Chicken with Power says, random question, but are there comics behind you? Yes, there are. I'm a big DC fan. I've got Superman over there. I've got other DC characters over there. Batman, Green Lantern, Justice League, various other things. So yeah. Anyway, wait, you're lagging? People dragging... Stream loading. Oh, shoot. Is that because of my internet? Is that my fault? Yeah, it is my fault. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Is there anything I can do about that? I don't think so. Oh, it's working now? We back? Alright, so, yeah, I guess we back. I hope. Folks, say we're back. If we're, say, type 1 in chat if we back. Alright, we good. Alright, so. We've now established the, backstory of BALZAK GLOBOTRON. I teased it in like the mystery game because like I had the idea before I finished making that game. Like there's a painting where you see the you know the poster of, you know, this ship. which is called the Tabernacle. I'll reveal that right now. But yeah, so actually making the game was super long. It took freaking forever, you guys. So it was quite a while before it was it took us, but from the time I started making the game, pardon me, to the time that Chris beat the game was over 10 years. 10 years. That's how huge this game was. All right, so let's dive in. So, whoops. Where do I even start with this? Okay, so the game started with here. This place is called Midway Station. And this was the first screen. All right. So, this is sort of our intro to the game. And it starts here. You're strapped to a table, and there's some device over you. It's going to do something to you. You're strapped down. You can't get up. You know, what do you do? And you have to escape from these people who are all standing around. And then, like that, once you beat that, you're over here. See, these are basically memories, right? This is what happens as, like, you're going through your memories, and as you go through them, this whole sphere, which is like the memory or whatever, it connects to this other sphere via electricity. It connects over, and then now we're over here. You're and by the way, in these memories, you can't clearly see who you are. You're just kind of like, you're just trying to escape. You know, you're just afraid. You know, that's all you know. And you're running over this platform. It's high in the air, like a roadway. And there's buildings in the background. And then you get to the next memories. You're in the lobby of a building, and you're confronted by all these guys with guns. Chicken with Power says, I have time, I have ideas, but I do not know how to make puzzles. Yeah, there is no easy answer to that. You just gotta, like try to... The easiest way is just put people in a situation, give them a problem, and then the player, will try and solve it the way they try to solve it, and you tell them if it makes sense for it to work. That is the easiest way to do it in a PCG. Someone says so long that you forgot what even happened in the beginning parts of the game. Oh, yeah, for sure. Absolutely. I still have a script for it, which really raises the question, why haven't I added this to the PCG shop? But I really should. But anyway, did you ever redo any pages later on because your art changed? Yeah, not a ton of them. Salman, I was, 10 years after the fact, I was my mindset was I just want to get this done, you know? And because there was so much of it left to be done, I was all right, you know, my reasoning of myself was okay, if we want to get this done, the way to do that is to make this as easy for myself as possible, you know? If a screen is playable, leave it alone, you know? Unless there's some huge problem with it that contradicts, you know, the direction you want to go in. Leave it alone, because you know, most of the joy of a PCG is the imagination anyway, you know. But yeah, so I for the most part I stuck with what I did originally. However, when I was originally making these screens, a lot of them I just did redrew them just a ton of times, you know, at that time. In fact, BALZAK GLOBOTRON is a big part of the reason I got better at art. I mean, I'm still not great, but, you know, I got a lot better than I was solely because of BALZAK GLOBOTRON, just drawing so many things, drawing them over and over again, you know. Random question, but are there comics behind you? Yeah, DC comics, Superman, other DC stuff, yeah. Jabbar says I'm his brother. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Cool, dude. But anyway, yeah. So here we go. The next memory. You're sliding through a tube, and there's these guys with guns. By the way, this music is not great for this. Yeah, you're like sliding through a fast tube, and there's these like guys with guns pointed at you. And over here on this building, that's interesting. There is a symbol on it, and for those few people who know, basically just me and like, you know, maybe one or two others, I don't know. This is the Ginkis symbol. This is the symbol of Ginkis. So right there, that's like a call out. That's like a reference. But anyway, so then finally you escape. You're flying through these like fast tubes, flying all over the place. Zach is even wearing a Superman shirt. DC Superman superfan over there here. Yeah, pretty much. I grew up on Superman and never got out of it. Chicken with Power says, I'm a cuber and I was doing 3x3 and I became so mad when a notification came and I saw it was you. And my day became so much better. Oh man, thanks, dude. Someone says it's a cookie. Yak says, I knew it. Yeah, Yak. How's it a cookie? I mean, that makes me hungry though. I could go for a cookie. Anyway, so that was the first screen. And then, like, so it's just each sphere is connecting to the next as memories slowly come back. And then the last memory in the last sphere. And it's this. Anyone know what this is? Let me know in chat. What is this? What do you guys think? Any guesses? For the like, this is a central thing, and there's electricity shooting out of it. What is it? Someone says, "Whoa." When I was small, I thought Superman was the only superhero. Oh man. Star? No, not a star. Ginkis' staff. That is correct, Yak. Yak wins a cookie. Someone says it's a tree with vines. Nope, not a tree with vines. Yak was correct. This is Ginkis' staff, and it is shooting out electricity. And by the way, this staff, like, after I drew it, I was like, man, this looks cool. And I changed the, like, this sort of became the standard design for Ginkis' staff hereafter. Before this, I think it was simpler. Like, I don't think it had this, like, windy stuff around the staff itself. Like, it was this spiral here at the top, but all this stuff and, like, the little dots in between, like, I don't think those existed. But anyway, so, yeah, that's the last, like, memory you see, and then you wake up. Someone says, I can tell you spent a ton of time on that. Yeah, dude. I had to redraw that like so many times. Thanks, man. It's a simple thing, but it's hard to get right. Yes, you and a Ginkis symbol cookie, Yak. All right, so you wake up, and then you get up, and this is you. BALZAK GLOBOTRON. And you wake up, and you're with this guy. He's like, oh, what are you doing here? Who are you? And you're like, well, I don't know. Who are you? It's like, apparently you woke up amnesiac. You don't remember anything. You know, you just woke up. No memories, except for the ones you just saw. And you don't know what that means. And this guy, well, first of all, he says his name is Alton. And as you can see, he's a mechanic. He's got little wrenches, little advanced tools that he uses to repair stuff. He's got a big beard. Max says that staff design is so cool. Thanks, dude. Ayu, that's cool. Thanks, man. Yeah, so the concept of BALZAK GLOBOTRON, like, this had to go through a lot of revisions. I actually first drew him for a letter I wrote to a friend who was in Israel. She like moved to Israel, and but yeah, since that time I improved the design so much. I drew this guy so many times. This is actually still one of the earlier times. I think I get better at drawing him as I go through the game. Yeah, it says Amnesia is a classic PCG plot point. Oh yeah, oh yeah. But yeah, that is also kind of the point of the game, is to figure out what you are, you know, like where you came from, what are you doing, who are you, you know? But yeah, so this guy, his name is Alton. Someone says, everyone take notes, this is how you start a PCG. Oh man, thanks, dude. So yeah, Alton is all like, he's like, well, I don't know, I just saw this canister floating through space, just like this metal cylinder, and I was excited because any news from the outside world is thrilling. I was terrified too, but I had to take it inside and see what it was. And I opened it, and it was metal spheres, and it took quite a bit of time, almost a few days, almost a week, for the metal spheres to form together into you. So that's all he knows. That's all he knows. And see now, so that's all we know about BALZAK GLOBOTRON situation. We do know a little bit about Alton's situation. So the reason Alton has this huge beard, this is sort of a sad story. You see, Alton was this guy from some random planet, right? And he, you know, had this great idea, right? He was going to open a space station. He was going to open a space station that was going to be set right in the middle of like one of the major spaceways where all the ships pass, and he would get to service those ships, repair them, you know, whatever, serve them lunch, that sort of stuff. He'd make a ton of money, and it sounded good. So he built the space station, and then he moved on to it. But unfortunately, he was overconfident. Like he counted on, he was so sure that it was going to be a success that he just flew there to the station with no way off. It was like he took like a taxi with a one-way trip, and he couldn't get off the space station. So he's just, and so see what happened was, like the interstellar commerce routes changed, so there was no way for any ships to get to this space station. Or I mean, it's not that there was no way; it's just that no ships were coming. So he's been waiting for years, completely alone on this space station, hoping someone would come by so he can get a ride back to his planet. Alright, yeah. Poor Alton. R.I.P. Yeah, for sure. Poor Alton. So anyway, at this point, part of the game is basically just you get to explore the space station freely. There's a bunch of different rooms. I think this is the room you start in. Now that we are past the opening cinematic, basically, this is the actual room that you get to explore. Like, I think this is like the equipment that you were being examined under, and there's like control panels over here. Then we've got, let's see, was that the canister? You know, I feel like I need to actually open the BALZAK GLOBOTRON script so I can remember what all this stuff does. Yeah, it says space taxi. Yeah, I mean, yeah. What, you thought there'd be, like, space Ubers? I mean, what's, people gotta get around somehow. Chicken with Power says, I think we have a new member called Aline, known as Nally TCG on YouTube. He also makes PCGs also. Awesome, I meant to say. My brother was in your PCV. He was showing, he was showing you, he was live streaming, and he was showing you the PCS that he made. You mean the PCG that he made? Oh, voice to text. Oh, gotcha. Chicken with Power says, Zach, have you finished the PCG? This PCG I finished years ago. It took us 10 years to finish it, but we finished and completely played this game. It's over 200 pages long, but we finished it. But yeah, let me see if I can open that script down there. Wait, are we back? Oh my gosh. Oh, wait. Ow. Woo! We back. All right, back in action, folks. Okay. I'm so sore right now. I went for a hike the other day. My muscles have not been accustomed to that kind of activity over the past year due to COVID. Anyway, we are back. So where were we? Right. So we were on Midway Station. We were here. This is Midway 5, and we actually have the script for Midway Station. It says this room is at the top of a tower. Well, I guess that's for the first room. Hallways 1 to 4. Wait, which one is which? Dang it. See, this right here is why I didn't want to upload this game to the PCG shop, because the script is not super clear for someone who hasn't read it. I thought it would take a lot of work. However, all the information is in here. But it says this room is at the top of a tower. Balzac will awaken here. He will be introduced to himself and to the guy living on the station. In the room is a mirror and the guy. We'll call him Alton for now. See how it says that? We'll call him Alton for now, because when I wrote this script, I didn't have at least when I started writing the script, I didn't have a definite name for him yet. Okay. Mirror? Wait, which is that the room we're looking at? Yeah, there's totally a mirror. Okay, so it says Alton will show Balzac the reflection of himself in the mirror. After that, Alton will leave the room. There's a tube on the floor right over here, and which Balzac came in, and which he can still fit into if he needs to. Also on the floor is a strange tool, which is right over here. It can be used to take off the bolts, which prevent the crowbar from being used in the gate. All right, that's a bunch of stuff. Okay, so this is actually the first room. This is the room you start in, I guess. We have, like, I think there's a doorway going out. There's oh, wait, it was the top of a tower. That's right. This is the top of a tower, and you have to take the stairs down. And then, let's see where it goes. The control panel in here only controls the lights and environmental settings. It's not going to say where the thing goes. All right. Whatever. Someone says Alton is a pretty epic name. Yeah, thanks, dude. Someone says sheesh, even the mirror in the back is accurate. Oh man, thanks, dude. All right, so let's see. Next, let's see. Hallways. Where's the hallways? Okay, so is this a hallway? Yeah, this was like at the center of the station. This is like where the promenade would have been. See, there's like little shop, like abandoned restaurants, abandoned shops, abandoned, just like this would have been like a whole mall in space if the space station had been successful. Different ships would have been docked here all the time. People would be coming and going from all these different shops. There's like flags hanging up from the wall. So this would have been a pretty epic space station if only, the timing was bad. The space lanes changed like right when it was being built. So, but yeah, this screen doesn't have much purpose beyond just that. You just kind of explore it. It's like, oh, what's over here? What's over here? And you can, grab things. Obviously, there's like abandoned stuff left over. Attention to detail. Yeah, thanks, dude. Holy moly, that's a sick drawing. Thanks, dude. I try. So then we get to, yeah, here we go. Here's the hallways. Yeah, so this is a perfect example of waste on my part. See, the main, these hallways are the main part of the station. It goes in a ring around the station, and there's rooms on both sides. Rings, in this central area, and rings on the doors on the central area and doors on the outer wall. But instead of just drawing like one circle from above, I drew like 4 different hallway sections. Like I drew this hallway section just so you can be like, okay, you can go this way, or go in that door, or keep going this way. So yeah, I mean, I like nice perspective and everything. I got pretty I was getting pretty okay at perspective, but like it was a waste of art effort. This game was going to be so big already, why spend so much time on hallways? But yeah. Someone says it begins. Yeah, you know it. But I mean, this is, does, like, on the other side, this does help make it feel more like a real game, like an actual computer game, Like, there's lots of just screens where you can just like, oh, let's go over here. Let's go over here, Makes it feel more like you're exploring. Yeah, and this is the 4th hallway section. And probably this is the laziest one. I can tell I was, getting tired of drawing hallways, and I was like, ah. So I just drew this one quickly. It just has 4 exits. You can down this way, up this way, and in this door. So then there's various rooms that these doors lead to. I mean, right now, like, there's no goal right now. We're just kind of exploring. We can see, I mean, I think there were like some minor goals, but they don't matter that. Oh no, that's right. There was one major goal. The major goal was to get your inventory screen back. Cause see, if you'll notice over here, well, I guess that would make sense to you. But what I was gonna say is there's a sphere missing from BALZAK GLOBOTRON. You see, there should be a big sphere right in the center over here, and that's missing. And there's a reason for that. And your goal is to get it back. And once you get it back, that's when you get your inventory screen. So let's see. What is going on in these labs? This. Oh my god, you had to draw BALZAK every single time. You know it, dude. You know it. Yeah, I got pretty good at drawing BALZAK. Like, probably better than any other character, just because I drew him so much. And more recently, I'm like, I could have just had like a cutout of him and just move him. Yet another example of inefficient PCGs. See, like, that's the thing. Whenever you have an ambitious game, you need to learn to like do a lot of things to make it easier for yourself and more efficient for yourself. So yeah, in this room there was an actual puzzle. Let's see, there's like a bottle with like numbers on it, 23992. There's a machine over here, a machine over here. Let's see what the script says about this. There's a computer station which this is in lab 2. There's a computer station which will deactivate one of the electronic locks for the grate in lab 1. Okay, so but you must first figure out the code word. Okay, so this puzzle is to open the grate in lab 1, which is not here. But to do that, you have to use this computer station. See, it kind of looks like it's basically just Windows, Microsoft Windows. But then to gain access, you have to figure out the code. And of course, the number is here on the bottle, not 23992. But let's see what was the puzzle. On a bottle label is okay. They will be revealed as BCIIB if put through the translator machine in this room. Then, if put through the descrambler, it will come out as CIBIC, Cibic. This is the code word. Type it into the computer panel. One of the locks will disengage. Alright, so yeah, I guess like, I don't remember which machine is which, but it's probably like these are the two machines. So one of them is the decoder and one of them is the descrambler. So you have to first decode it, numbers to letters, and then you have to descramble it into the word. Oh, that's such a good puzzle. Thanks, dude. It makes everything that seems random actually be useful. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I try. So that was lab 2. Where's lab 1? When Balzac enters, a laser gun will attempt to shoot him? There's a grate near the floor which must be opened. Okay, which one is that? Let's find lab 1. Is this it? No, that's Alton's room. Is this it? No, wait. No. No grate in the floor. Where's the grate? Oh, there we go. Here's lab 1. Yeah, that's right. Laser gun. Here's the laser gun that tries to. Here's the laser gun that that tries to shoot you. Here's the grate near the floor, and there's a door over here that leads to a control panel, I guess. Let's see what the script says. When Balzac enters, a laser gun will attempt to shoot him, but its blast will go right through him, melting the door to the side shut. So I guess it like melts this door so you can't gain access. Balzac will be unable to go through this door. There's a grate near the floor which must be opened. However, 3 electronic locks in the other 3 labs must first be deactivated, causing the lights next to the grate to turn green. Oh man, I forgot all about this. Then the grate itself must be debolted using the debolter. Yeah, the debolter you can just find somewhere in the station. I forget where, but yeah. So I guess like this is what you're trying to access, and you have to go to 3 other labs in order to open this grate. And then on top of that, you have to use the debolter to access it. In retrospect, I don't know why Balzac couldn't just have Alton access it for him. Oh, you know what? I know why. Because Alton can't get into the control room anymore because the laser gun shot the control room and melted it. Unfortunate. Someone says, is Balzac supposed to be see-through? Ah, yeah. So the thing about that is, like, the spheres are metal spheres, but they're only connected to each other with electricity. So these wavy lines, that's supposed to be like crackling electricity, like just jumping between the spheres. But other than the electricity, the spheres are just hovering in midair. So that's why the laser goes right through him. It just goes right through his electricity. Zach makes something that looks useful but actually useless to mess up people. I've done a lot of that. Alright, bye Jabbar, thanks for joining. Alright, so that is Lab 1. So then, let's see. Lab 3. Which one is slot with a cartridge in it? Let's see. Which one is Lab 3? Is this it? Yeah, this has got to be Lab 3. See, yeah, see slot with a cartridge in it right there. Okay, so yeah, what was the puzzle here? I remember this one being easy. I think you might have... There's like bacteria growing in here. Let's see what the script says. The cartridge is bacteria, which is being displayed on the TV screen in here. Whoops. Okay, so... Okay, so here's the TV screen. Man, that's an old TV. Why is it so old? Like, this is a space station built by an alien race. Anyway, so this TV screen is displaying a microscope image of the bacteria, which is in the slot over here. Balzac must remove the cartridge and insert the stuff in the jar on the left side of the shelf into an empty cartridge in the slot. The TV screen will display microscopic numbers 749189, translatable as GDIAFG, which can be unscrabbled in Lab 2 as GADFIG, which is the code word and must be typed into the keypad in Lab 3. So you have to go back and forth between labs, and like, I guess there's a code word in each lab? Someone says that looks like a kitchen. Yeah, it kind of does. But you know, this is what a lot of labs actually look like. I actually looked at references of labs, you know, to get a sense before I drew these labs. Some of them are you know, pretty, you know, cuz like, and also like when I took physics classes, like even the classrooms were like this, you know, just there's like cabinets with drawers for equipment, and then maybe a shelf with equipment, and then just more equipment on top of the cabinets, and that's just what it is, you know. Someone says this is so scientific. I know, right? Chicken with Power says, Zach, is it 8:48 where you live? No, it's 8:50 where I live. But yes, that's basically right. So yeah, all right. What's the next lab? Next lab is Lab 4, which is the most different one of the labs. It is this one, I believe. So like, yeah, this is a weird room. This room is questionable. Like, as I recall, there's like a puzzle with like, see, these are the blocks you have to move around. This is just like a display of the correct arrangement of blocks, I think. And you had to like reorganize these three-dimensional blocks so that they match these blocks. I think that's how it was. But that was hard to decipher because, first of all, it's kind of hard to see the numbers on top of these blocks. It took Chris a while to figure that out. Also, talking about me leaving weird, pointless stuff that seems like it's useful but is not. This, if I recall correctly, this is actually a ship of the miniature people. JC Toon says, wow, it's 7:50 where I live. Oh, so you're a one time zone to the left of me? That's pretty sweet. Such a clean looking puzzle. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, the script says, not so much of a lab actually, but it has 9 blocks which must be rearranged. They can be moved using directional arrows on the back of each block. Blah, blah, blah. Once this is complete, a paper will slide out the slot on the wall with a code word in it being Yip It. Oh, snap! That is a PCG reference right there, because one of my previous PCGs was called Journey to the Center of the Earth. Not the Earth, the world. Let's see. Let's wiki it. Into the Heart of the World. That's what it was called. And in Into the Heart of the World, you play as a guy named Yip It, spelled YPPIT. And your goal is to get into the center of the world. And you actually end up being a villain because you end up like... Yeah, Yipit ends up being a villain who like kills most of the mole people for no reason. But Yax's Mole Men callback. Yeah, you know it, dude. Anyway, so yeah, that is the callback here. And then over here, does it say what this is? Just to double check. Oh yeah, this word must be keyed into the keypad on the wall, which is covered by a panel. The panel must be pried off using the miniature spaceship, which is resting on one of the pipes. Yeah, this is a miniature spaceship, you guys. It's a spaceship populated by miniature people. The very same miniature people that are seen in my Squids and Forests series games with Ari. Even though this, this doesn't really deal with that. They have nothing to do with the plot of this game. They just happen to be chilling there. They just happen to have built a spaceship and they're just chilling on that pipe. And not only that, but you have to use their spaceship to pry open the opening. So and then they freak out and fly away because like obviously you grabbed their spaceship. So yeah, that is the level of random callouts you can expect from BALZAK GLOBOTRON. Chicken with Power says, dude, I just got the biggest scare of my life right now. Dude, you okay? Anyways, so next we have Alton's room. That is gonna be... Where's Alton's room? Alton's room. We passed it before. I clicked on it before a second ago. I know it's here. Is this it? Yeah, there we go. So yeah, here's Alton's room. It's basically he's got a bed. He's got a bunch of movie discs on him. Yeah, like this guy is just desperate and really sad. He has a picture of his wife who got left on his planet, and he's been separated from her for many years. So she's since remarried, unfortunately, only because he was trapped away from her, and he was like, well, I'm probably like, there's no way off this station, so I'm probably gonna be stuck here the rest of my life. So, he told her to just move on or whatever, So meanwhile, yeah, and so she married like Alton's best friend. Anywho, so this is a design of his home planet. I mean, at least he's got a nice TV, right? I mean, sucks to be stuck alone on a space station, but hey, he's got a pretty dope TV, You can collect these discs and watch them, but it doesn't do anything. Like this over here, this is Alton's journal. If you get it, like I actually wrote up a journal for Alton. Should I read the journal? All right, one in chat if I should read the journal. Because I actually have the text file of Alton's journal. Chicken with Power says, I want another PCG news. Those stuff are super cool. Yeah, dude, I'm gonna try and get back into PCG videos and do more of those. Epic TV, yeah, for sure. Someone says, yeah. All right. Let's one. Oh man, it's lore time. You know it. All right. Let's see. Oh, planets checklist. Alton's journal. Do I have a better version of it? I should have a better version of it. Unless I just folded it into the script. No, I didn't. Okay, so I guess we're stuck with the bad version. Assuming I can open it. Okay, here's the journal, you guys. Are you ready for this? Zach will be waiting for the how to make a PCG horror game video. All right, dude. All right. It's going to be a bit, though, because, like, at least for this week, I'm working on getting my job back. Which, by the way, I am freaking out, you guys. I'm freaking out. We gotta talk about that later. But you know, first, you know, I don't want to bore my viewers talking about, you know, my personal struggles. I want to first, like, focus on PCG stuff. So let's lure it up. All right. Here we go. Alton's journal. January 8261. Mind you, this calendar is not Earth's calendar. This is the calendar of Alton's planet, whatever planet that is. So, so this is not like 6,000 years into the future. This is just like whatever this is set in the present day. Just his planet is more advanced. Anyway, Yak says, I believe in you, Zach. You can get the job. Thanks so much, man. Thanks so much. It's going to be a struggle. I have some things in my favor, but on the other hand, this is a very desirable job. You know, this is the biggest planetarium in the entire country. No, not even. This is in the entire continent, in the entire western hemisphere of Earth, the biggest planetarium. And, you know, yeah, so there's lots of planetariums all across America. Mine is the biggest. So yeah. I can imagine there might be a bit of competition. Anyway, lore. Chicken with the Power says, wait, are you playing as Alton? No, you're playing as BALZAK GLOBOTRON, but you're just exploring the station that Alton has been living on, so you can, and you find his journal. So now we can read what the journal says. January 8261. Another day. I really don't have to have much to write here, as there's no one to talk to, no one to interact with. Ever. I'm all alone on this bleeping space station, and there's no way to leave. It goes to show you, one little mistake can change your life forever. I wanted the big fancy space station, traded all my money for it without paying attention to the fact that there were no ships on or around the place. Stupid. I should have known. This is in a forgotten corner of space and no one ever comes here as they have no reason to. The galaxy's filled with all sorts of fancy outposts where ships can get whatever they need. And of course, no one has the decency to answer a distress call. I've been transmitting one for the past 2 years. By now, everyone who once cared about me has moved on, assumed I'm dead. Most likely. I can't contact them. I miss them so much. And Riella. Oh God, Riella. I hope she has a great life with him. I shouldn't have left her. I don't care if we needed money. I should have stayed and been poor with her. I don't understand. Like, can I just comment? I don't understand how this guy is poor if he's able to build this gigantic space station. I don't know. Sassing my own storyline, but yeah, tragic stories, yo. JC says, where do you live and where is it? I'll come. Wait, to see my planetarium shows? Yeah, Liberty Science Center, New Jersey. Yeah, if I get the job back, you're definitely welcome to come to see a show. That'd be awesome. Yak says, wait, so his planet still uses the same months? Listen, Yak. Listen. Yes. That's my answer to that. I mean, you could reason that maybe this is being translated into English and it translated the first month as January. I don't know. Zach bashing on his own lore. I know, right? All right. February 8261. Today, all right, we need some epic music for this. Or at least some not Today I woke up to the sound of an alarm blaring. The sensors had detected something coming this way. For a long time I just stared at it. At first I hoped, that it was a ship finally coming. That maybe, somehow, I could go home. But it wasn't a ship. Nonetheless, it was something, and it was coming this way. It seemed to be artificial, although the scanners couldn't quite figure out what it was. Whatever it is, it's good for me. At its current speed, it'll take a month to get here. A full month! Well, at least it leaves me something to look forward to in this life of mine, if it can even be called that anymore. March 8261. It's going to be here. Today. In a few short hours. Something different is going to happen in that time. I find it hard to wait. Next day. Well, the thing is definitely not what I expected. Not that I expected anything in particular. The thing turned out to be a cylinder, some sort of stasis tube. I tried to scan it, but the obsolete scanners on this thing couldn't penetrate it. I'm not really sure cutting-edge ones would do the trick either. I decided the only thing to do was to open it, and if it kills me, who knows, that could be better than this. I walked around it for some time, looking for an entrance or hatch of some sort. I didn't see one. Finally, feeling the metal with my fingers, I found an indentation which seemed invisible to the eye. I pulled it, pressed it, did everything to it until at last, a door opened. The door slid open and something fell out. Now, I'd been expecting some sort of creature, perhaps an alien predator sealed away for its ferocity. Or maybe even a harmless creature launched into space as some sort of experiment. What fell out, though, was a group of metallic balls of various sizes. I stared at them for a while and then decided to poke one. Nothing happened. I gathered up all the balls and took them to the lab. I needed to find out what they were. Chicken with Power says, yo, this is kind of depressing. I know, right? I know. Poor Alton. Someone says, this is like a Ray Bradbury story. He used a journal-type format in the Martian Chronicles. Oh, dude. I've never actually read that, but I want to because I've heard good things. Oh, hey, Aunt Starry. How's it going? We're just going through my old PCG, BALZAK GLOBOTRON. I gathered up all the balls and took them to the lab. I needed to find out what they were. Again, the scanners had no luck. It seemed apparent that this was a new type of metal. New to me and anyone from my world, anyway. Anyway, what the scanners could make out is that there was a slight electric charge coming from each of the metallic spheres. And the electricity was building. Alright, bye Jabbar. Thanks for joining. April 8261. The electricity's been building steadily for a month now. It's become visible, a constant electrical streak flickering between the spheres. I don't know what to expect. As happy as I am that this thing came into my life, part of me is a little nervous. Yesterday, something strange happened. Did I see one of the spheres move? May 8261. I'm definitely not crazy. Well, maybe I am. But regardless, those spheres are moving. It happens regularly now. There'll be a particularly strong jolt of electricity, and somehow this causes the sphere it goes into to jump. I've scanned this again and again, but all the scanners read is electrical charge. And the charge is still growing fast. So I have a science criticism here. He should know this, that he's treating it like that's so weird, like how could electricity be causing something to jump? But you know, there is something called like electrostatic attraction. Like that's why, like that's what static electricity is, you know, like when you rub your head against like a carpet or whatever, and then your hair is standing up, that's because of electricity, static electricity. So like it shouldn't be such a weird thing that electricity can cause things to jump. But anyway. And Story says, big brain, Zach. Thanks, dude. June 8261. The amount of power these things are putting off is becoming ridiculously high, and it's still increasing. I'm becoming increasingly nervous. Okay, first of all, I misspelled ridiculously, and let me fix that. Ridiculously. Also, this is not putting of, it's putting off. There we go. Much better. Control S. Saved. Bam. All right. Yeah, because I'm imagining Zach rubbing his head on the carpet. I'm becoming increasingly nervous. Sometimes the spheres manage to float around in the air for minutes at a time. They even have little formations of them sometimes. It's almost as if they're trying to come together to form something bigger. At this point, I feel I have to erect a force field around the whole mess, although I'm not sure it'll do much good. Pardon me. I'm starting to fear for my life. If I die today, and if anyone ever finds this, please tell Riella that I love her more than anything, and tell Johnson that he was the best friend I've ever had. And tell them both that I hope they have a great life together. The end. That's the end of Alton's journal. Yay! Zach in his free time just creating static electricity. Yeah, that's what I do, dude. Shaking with Power says, I have this memory when I was in 3rd grade, a teacher gave my teacher sugarcane, and my teacher gave it to me because she doesn't like sugarcane. Oh, man. Sounds tasty. Okay, so where are we? Control room. Yeah, so the point of all this, I mean, yeah, we found Alton's journal and all that, but the point of this lab is we have to go through all the labs, and we have to, you know, get back to this lab number 1, put in all 3 code words, and then use the debolter to debolt this grate, and then open it and get this back. And that is a sphere. It is, in fact, your missing sphere. It goes right here in the center. And once you get it, someone saying Balzac finally really making this man write his last words. Yeah, right. Poor Alton. So yeah, once you get this sphere, also I must say it is nice for Alton that at least he has Balzac to hang out with for a while he's like exploring the station. You know, you can go back periodically and visit Alton in the control room and, you know, talk to him for a bit, see what's going on. Jack says, you don't realize how long the stream is going to be until Zach busts out his award-winning dictionary-sized journal entries for Alton. Yeah, right? You guys, this is not just any stream. This is the Balzac Globotron stream, yo. Oh, buffering. Oh, man, come on. Is my internet? What's going on? Compact dev. Yeah, my internet is working. Why is it not buffering for me? Nah, Alton deserves this for being an idiot and taking a one-way taxi. So harsh, so harsh on poor Alton. Someone says, those 10 years of work ain't gonna go to waste. Yeah, that's right. That is right, Selma. It's working for me. All right, sweet. We good. Okay, so, yeah, once we get that sphere, once it rejoins with the main sphere, we get... I do have a picture of it, right? Yeah, we do. The inventory screen. Wait, that's not the right inventory screen, is it? We'll look at that for a second. I think I have a better physical version of the inventory screen. Yeah, see, so this is, you can tell this is actually the center of BALZAK GLOBOTRON, like his chest, basically. But inside of it, you can keep your inventory. And see, like, these spheres are all around it. One-way taxi into deep space like an idiot. Listen. He thought he was gonna... He thought he was, you know, making a good investment. You know, that was the only way out of poverty, you know? And he was gonna strike it rich. Because, like, this is, like, a totally untapped market, but then, you know, it didn't pan out. It didn't pan out. He gambled and he lost, you know? Alright, so we gonna actually I'll just, you know what? I'll just go to this, and then we'll just hold this up. Here is the proper inventory screen. Yeah, this is Chris's inventory screen that he was actually using. I think I lost this and then I had to redraw it. That's why there's the other one. Yeah, says now that's an inventory screen. Yeah, that's right. You got, like, I was super proud of this inventory screen. I put a lot of, like, detail into the electricity and everything. Of course, then there's the issue that this is such a long game, this isn't actually a big enough inventory screen for it. Like, you pretty quickly are gonna fill it up. But, okay. Man, it's hot in here. Alton's life must have really been falling apart for him to drive out into the middle of nowhere, light years away from all life. What a loser. Yeah, poor Alton. Someone should make, you know, like, I wanna flesh out Alton's story. There's only one other appearance of Alton so far, and it's when we see Alton as a kid, in Chris's, like, PCG Choose Your Own Adventure thing he made that one time. Yeah, Alton just appears as a kid randomly, and it's like, how does this relate to BALZAK? You know, because he was a kid on Earth in that thing, and it's just not explained. So I don't know. I would like to sort out his backstory at some point. No wonder his girlfriend chose his best friend over. Oh man, the Alton hate. All right. Anyway, so right. So Midway Station. Right. So once you find your inventory, and you're going back to talk to Alton again to figure out what to do next. Something happens. Hold on. We need different music. All right. The station comes under attack. Alton's like, what? What's going on? This has never happened. And he's like furiously trying to get the defenses up. But this is a trading station. It doesn't really have much in the way of defenses. Station is rocked. BALZAK is just like trying to get across the station, you know, from one side to the other. And then right where BALZAK is, the outer hull is breached. Air is sucked out. And BALZAK is sucked with it. Whoa! There's some intense music, yeah, dude. Alright, so that was the end of Midway Station. We have successfully completed Midway Station. Woo! And Story says these sound effects are amazing. Pow, pew pew. I try, dude. I try. Alright, so, alright. BALZAK wakes up in a cell He wakes up in a cell on a ship. Whoa, there's color. And let me just say, you guys, this is randomly the only screen with color. Because I made it and it looked cool, but then I didn't feel like making any more like this because it was annoying. It was a whole extra level of, like, I had to draw it, then scan it in, then edit it on Microsoft Paint, then get it into the right format again, then print it out. And I didn't want to do that for every single screen, so that is why this is the only color screen. But anyway, it works well for this. So, like, this ship is in outer space, and inside the ship, this is like a cutaway, where this is like the top-down view of the ship. Balzac wakes up right over here with an alien pointing a gun at him. Zach, can we get a desk slam for drip? There, how's that for a desk slam? Sorry, I said, not gonna lie, this stuff kills me. When I color one page, it's like I'm signing a contract to color all pages. I know. It killed me too. I felt obligated, but then I didn't do it anyway. Laziness won out over obligation. Yeah, I don't know how Detune Paper manages to do that for all his games. Yeah, seriously, it's super impressive. Detune Paper, man, I must say. And sorry, says this ship is just a diagram of my intestines. Oh, really? So that's what it was a picture I was copying, a picture of that I was copying from. What a coincidence. Someone says there's little people. Yeah, but they're regular sized people, but they're just cause like these are hallways of the ship, you know? And here is supposed to be Balzac. This is a super early drawing of Balzac. I think he wasn't in his final form yet. But anyway, it doesn't matter. It's small enough that you can't tell. And you have to like figure out a way to knock out this alien and take his gun. Then you have to like explore the hallways. You have to go to all the different rooms. This room, by the way, is completely inaccessible, and there's just a guy up here holding up a crystal, and there's just like energy coming off it, and it's like, what's going on, you know? And see, that was a thing. This same guy with the crystal, he was also in a maze screen in The Last of the Zerelta, and in a few other PCGs as well. He's always like, that's his thing. He's always there, and he's always completely inaccessible. You can never get to him. And so, to this day, we still don't know who that guy is or why he's randomly in maze screens. Even I don't know, and I put him there. Yak says, what, more plagiarism? That's right, I plagiarized from Anstar's intestines. Anstar taking you to court for stealing his likeness? Oh yeah? Yeah, bring it. Bring it. This stream is for going over Balzac. Yeah. Oh yeah, Chicken says, Zach, last time you said you'll play my stream, we play in this stream. Chicken, yeah, I'll, unfortunately, I don't think I'm gonna have time for that in this stream, just because, yeah, this is the Balzac stream, but definitely the next time, for sure. Like, the next time I do just a random stream, which I will try to do more of those, but yeah, I will definitely play your game with you, Chicken. Anyway, Zach is gonna get his butt sued. Uh-oh. Zach is stealing my cloud? You know it. You know it. I mean, had to steal somebody's cloud, you know, so. Chicken with Power says, my neighbors got arrested for being outside during curfew? Oh, dude. Zach, you really don't diddly did it. That is right. That is right. So yeah, these aliens, yeah, there's an explanation for this, but basically, this alien starship design, like, these are, like, Yak, this is going to be of interest to you, if you're still there. So, these aliens are like... Zach done messed up. Copying one of my organs is a crime. Ah, shoot. My bad, you guys. My bad. Yeah, so, like... These aliens are the same aliens from the Alien Invasion PCGs. So, Yak, I feel like that might be relevant to whatever you're doing in Worlds Collide. I don't know. Or maybe it isn't. I don't know. Either way, these are the same aliens from the world, like, the same aliens that invade the Earth in my other PCG series, Alien Invasion. But here they're just randomly abducting BALZAK. Why are they abducting BALZAK? Why do they care? Like, see, there's something about that. See, they had never bothered the station before, and then they suddenly show up. And on top of that, they destroyed the wall right where BALZAK was. Nowhere else, just there. And they sucked him in with a tractor beam. So, yeah. So anyway, BALZAK has to make his way through the ship, get past some dudes, like get some of the items in here. We don't have to spend a ton of time on this maze screen. And he eventually has to get to the shuttle bay, where he gets this little ship, this miniature ship, you know, sort of like a shuttlecraft. And then with that ship, he blasts his way out and like flies out into the depths of space. All right, so that's enough of that. In outer space, however, the ship does not want to leave him alone. So here we are. Here's the ship you just took. Yak says, ooh, any lore is of interest to Yak in the future. Yeah, that's right. That is right. Yak says, in the future, Yak becomes an old man who is the master of lore. He hoards all the lore and doesn't let anybody have it. I mean, that is a good future, except that wouldn't I also be the one doing that? I'm going to hoard all the lore and not let you have it so you can't hoard it from anyone else. Chicken says, Zach, there's something wrong with your streams. Like, wait, what? Why? What's wrong with it? What do you do? Zach will be like the Yoda of PCGs. Yeah, right. And sorry, he says, dang, the art is really good. Thanks, dude. Yeah, I was proud of this one. We got our ship escaping. Put a lot of detail on this alien invasion ship, and like, here's like the laser shooting at us, like, and like, this isn't a cinematic. You have to find a way to escape. I mean, basically, I think the solution was, you had to shoot this area right over here. That was the solution. You see, there's like this weird energy vortex coming out of the ship. And if you notice, this is actually the location where in the maze, see, it's the same part of the ship where the weird dude with the crystal was. But now we're seeing the ship from the... Whoops. But now we are seeing the ship from the outside. And here it is. You have to shoot that area, and that'll depower the ship. Then you can blast the lasers, and then you can get away. Yak will be like the wannabe Zach. I do like the sound of that. Mainly because it rhymes. But Zach will be the true master of lore. Yeah, that's right. That is right. I don't know, man. I don't know. One of these days, Yak might be the true lore master. That's actually my dream. One of these days, like, this channel will be a success when somebody on the planet knows more about PCG lore than I do. That will be the day when when this channel is a success. Chicken with Power says, yo, was the inspiration from Star Wars? Maybe a little. I don't think especially. Let me see. Is there anything specific here that's Star Wars inspired? This ship might be inspired by some stuff in Star Wars. I'm not sure. The big ship, I don't think so. I don't know. Anyway, like it does look a little bit like a Y-wing. But in any event, so yeah. Where are we at, you guys? So, Balzac has escaped from the alien ship. And starts his yak holding his cane and stroking his fake beard, looking into the horizon, eyes squinted. Yeah, right. Yak says, I think it was probably more Star Trek than Star Wars. Oh, yeah, for sure. Like, yeah, the game as a whole is 100%. Like, yeah, actually, the original inspiration for Balzac Globotron as a whole was a Star Trek game, a specific Star Trek computer game. Specifically, the Star Trek computer game that got me into Star Trek. It's the reason I'm a Star Trek fan right now, and it's a huge inspiration for my paper computer games in general. And this one in particular was kind of like me, like the idea of Balzac Globotron came from like, I wonder if I could make like a PCG version of that game, Star Trek the 25th Anniversary, or like a PCG, like, because like I like that idea in Star Trek the 25th Anniversary. Well, I'll get to that. I'll tell you more about that when we get later into the game, because we haven't gotten to the main part of the game yet. And Story says, Zach copying Star Wars exposed. Oh, listen, Anstarry. If you want to see me copying Star Wars, stick around a bit later into this stream because you won't be disappointed. Yak says, since Zach said he was a big Star Trek guy, if I recall, yes, you do recall correctly. I'm a big Star Trek guy. Chink with Power says, the god of game lore is the creator of FNAF. Just look at game theory. Damn. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I've actually seen a few. I mean, I've never actually played FNAF, but I have seen a few of the game theory videos on it, and yeah, that is pretty intense. But in any event, so yeah, you escape from there, and Balzac is just flying desperately. He doesn't know which way to go. He doesn't know how to get back to Alton, to the station with Alton, so he's just flying in space, and he comes upon this. Wait, hold on. I need some, like, mystical, like, music. No, not that. Wait, this. Abandoned alien ship. Zach watches game theory exposed. Yeah. Yeah, see, the cat's out of the bag, you guys. Secret's out. I have indeed watched episodes of Game Theory. What the heck? Might as well confess, I have also watched episodes of Film Theory as well. Actually, yeah, come to think of it, some stuff in Pokemon Stop was inspired by game theory. Like, specifically, like, humans being Pokemon. Like, there's a game theory episode on, like, arguing that humans are a Pokemon. And I just thought that was hilarious. I love that idea. So when I was making a Pokemon PCG, like, I had to include human as a Pokemon. So, full credit to game theory for that one, to Matt Pat. And Starry says, can we have some Star Wars? Mom, we have Star Wars at home. Star Wars at home. Lol, Zach Skyhopper struck the robot with his glowing staff. Yeah, right? Balzac Globotron is bargain bin Star Wars. Not really. Yak says, is that like graffiti on the ship or something? Yeah, because the ship has been abandoned for so long that, just like space hooligans have painted graffiti on it. I don't know. I'd say hooligans, but like, you know, I had friends who did graffiti, and specifically, so my friend Keith, who was also into PCGs back in the day, drew this graffiti over here. He was huge into graffiti. He practiced, like he legit drew graffiti every single day. Like he drew at least one graffiti every single day. He got into painting it and spray painting it. He got really good. He like in his house there's just like so many paintings over all the walls of graffiti. It is gorgeous. It's amazing. And and like for a long time when I would go over his house, like it would be funny, like you open the fridge and in the fridge like all the milk just has like graffiti all over it, like all the random disposable containers, like there's just graffiti on everything. It was amazing. So yeah, like I got his help. You know, I wanted this like ship to look abandoned, and you know, abandoned buildings, because I used to explore abandoned buildings in the day. They have a lot of graffiti on them, so I wanted this to look legit. So I got the master Keith to by the way, Keith is also the creator of 8 Balls. But yeah, like it got him to contribute some graffiti to this game. I drew the ship, but he only drew the graffiti over here, and he made it so like these letters aren't decipherable. He made this to look like alien graffiti, which is awesome. But yeah, like there's like a scaffold over here that's like as if one time this scaffold was like hanging across here so the aliens could stand on it and like spray paint. If I think about it now, it doesn't make any sense because there's no gravity in space, so they wouldn't have had to use a scaffold. But who knows? In any event, maybe it's like a gravity scaffold. I don't know. So yeah, you come upon this ship and Balzac decides to explore it because, like, you know, why not? Maybe you can use it to refuel. So inside the ship, we got hallways. We can go in any direction. There is more graffiti on the walls. You can either go left, right, or straight. And like, yeah, there's also like a little spray can here on the ground. Keith contributed that as well. Yeah, graffiti's really interesting. Graffiti's an art form. Yeah, it's really beautiful. Like, you know, like getting to know Keith really gave me a big appreciation for graffiti. I mean, it like some of it is just stunning. It's an absolutely gorgeous form of art. I mean, obviously not all of it is good, but you know, that's just like any art form. You know, there's you know, there's no like style or form where every single piece of art is good. You know, that's just the way it is. But yeah, like, yeah, a lot of graffiti is just so gorgeous. Yeah, because most graffiti is basically alien anyway, unless you're used to reading it. Yeah, that's true. That is true. But like reading Keith's graffiti, I got used to it enough that I could decipher his letters. And those, like, he specifically made to be undecipherable. They're like alien. Someone you should check out the cubing documentary on Netflix. It's sick. Right, cool. In Fiji, there are graffiti classes. Oh, dude, that's awesome. One could even say graffiti is thick. Okay, hold on a second. I might be revealing, you know, myself as, you know, as, you know, out of touch or whatever. But like, what does thick actually mean? THICC. I always see that and I never know what it means. Anyway, if we go down here, like, here's a hallway. There, like, you know, we're looking first-person perspective. Here's, like, Balzac's arm. We've got some holes bored in the walls and there's still, like, a tail of the creature that did it. Here's, like, just a metal rod against the wall. And just some debris on the ground. This hallway, there's, like, the wall is punched outwards. There's, like, a protrusion from the wall. There's an alien sign, like, point with an arrow pointing to the left. Oh, and this one I think is if we go straight, we get the full view of the graffiti. Like, this was pretty much entirely drawn by Keith. I think I drew the door, but that's it. The ground and the spray cans and the graffiti, that's all Keith. And I must say, is that not lovely? And he's gotten so much better since this. I don't really hang out with him anymore, unfortunately, but like last I saw him, his art was really good. Like, dang. Oh, dude, and he put the year 8279, so that like matches up with Alton's journal. Wait, was that intentional? It couldn't have been. That has to be a coincidence, but like, wait. Alton's... Oh, wait, uh-oh. Did I just make this impossible to read? Oh wait, there we go. Alton's journal.rtx. 8261. That was Alton's journal. Was written in 8261, and that's the present day. So this is signed 8279. So this graffiti, assuming it's using the same calendar as Alton's calendar, is 19 years or 18 years in the future from this game? How does that make sense? I feel like there's a whole story here. Or it could just be like whoever made their graffiti is using a different calendar than Alton. But the number is so close, it makes me think it might be the same, you know? Either that or their years count down, you know, like BC or BCE or whatever. Like, you know, like each year, like descent, like maybe this was written 18 years ago, but like, yeah. Anyway, so all right, let's see what chat says. Thick means it's thick. Alrighty then. Yeah, graffiti always be looking thick. Yeah, for sure. But thick is just a memeier version of thick. Alright, gotcha. Thick is thick, but thicker. Alright, good to know. I agree with Salman. Do not type thick on Google at this stream, please. Alright, I won't. I'll take your word for it. Yeah, it says usually it's to describe a person, usually meaning they have a very hourglass figure. Ah, I can see why it would be a bad idea to Google it on the stream. And Starry says, I think I drew the door. Zach. Yak says, this is some dang good graffiti. Yeah, I know. Keith is the master. Keith did such a good job making up characters. Yeah, he's amazing. I know. Anywho's it. So, let's see. We got, I guess this was like a... sort of like a destroyed museum. Does the script have anything to say about this? I don't remember what the purpose of that room is. Abandoned alien ship. Is this the library? Yeah, like all these books have been lost, it says. Dang it. All of the files on these books have been lost, but there's one line of books on a case which is mysteriously perfectly intact. Yeah, see how, like, all these shelves are just like wreckage, like books that have long since crumbled away. But these books are just randomly totally fine. Wonder what's going on with that. And then, dang it. All right, I'm closing this. Placing the book here will activate emergency power. Where do you find the book? Security room, school. Dang, where's the book, yo? Destroyed room. Tons of rubble strewn around. Alright, let's find that. I think that's where the book is. The book is a computer file sealed in a futuristic computer pad, which is damaged, but Balzac can interface with it. Okay, so, where's the destroyed room? Is this the destroyed room? Yeah, that's the destroyed room. Everything is just junked. It's just junk. But I think the book was like under here, underneath. Kind of looks like a video cassette. And yeah, the book is still fine, so you can grab that and then put it into the library in the other room. Chicken with Power says there's some good things about lockdown, like finding the PCG community. Yeah, for sure. I mean, like, it's a horrible situation, and don't get me wrong, I would much prefer it to just be over, but, you know, that being said, it has been a great time for PCGs. Guys, Zach is getting really exposed today. He's gonna get canceled. Oh no, I'm getting canceled. That was a while ago. That comment. I am gonna get canceled though. It's true. It's true. As everyone does, he used the book as a key to activate emergency power. Yeah, I mean, like, isn't that how you build your ships? By the way, let me just point out that, like, now that we're seeing Balzac again, like, see, now he has, like, a sphere for his chest now. Because that's his inventory screen. Before he didn't. And I guess the 6 spheres are kind of like ribs. Alright, yeah, so you have to find that book and you have to put it in the library. And then... what happens if you put it in the library? Well, what happens is we need extra music. All right, so do you guys remember the video The Gods? One in chat if you remember the video The Gods that I made. So, like, regardless of whether you remember it or not, this is where that's from in The Gods. And Starry remembers it? Yeah. So yeah, these are the 3 gods: Zaga Hager, Zu Hager, and Duya Hager Ru. And the deal with them is that there was a, like, if you put the book in, I think, you get this whole story. It's this whole elaborate story about these gods and how, like, basically these 2 women goddesses were fighting over this guy, but then, like, one of them lost her powers, and so she had to go to the avatars of wisdom to try to get them back to fight her, Zuhager. And she did it. She did end up winning. Wait, or maybe it was the other way. I'm not sure if it was Duya or Zu who ends up winning. It was one of them. Anyway, I did tell, if you want a better version of that story, do check out my video, The Gods, for those of you who haven't already typed one. Yeah, sweet. Yak and Salman both remember it. Yeah, the full story of this, of them is in that video. But yeah, like, the purpose for that backstory was that it was an elaborate, like, hint at how to solve a puzzle on this ship. Chick with Power says, my aunt is a TikToker, and she has the TikTok stand thing, and it looks like Zuvak way too much. Awesome. Yo, I got a great PCG idea. Sweet, dude. What is it? Anyways, so we have On this ship, there's an engine room, which is a gigantic metallic sphere of the same kind as BALZAK GLOBOTRON, and he can sort of almost connect with it. And when he does, he just gets a slight feeling of loneliness, sadness. But anyway, this sphere is what's powering the ship. This is the engine room of the ship. So he has to come here to get this running or whatever. And this is another room on the ship. We've got yeah, like some dude, like maybe it was a human, was strapped to a table, but now they just died on the table, and now there's just bones. There's equipment on the table. I think this was like supposed to be a tricorder from Star Trek. Over here, this was like, I don't know if any of you remember my old streams where I was showing my sketchbooks, but this dude right over here, this was a motif in my sketchbooks, like an alien skeleton, like a dead alien with 3 heads buried underground. Like I kept doing, like, adding that into a lot of my pictures in my sketchbook. But yeah, so yeah, over here we've got the alien lab. Uh-oh, there's like a spider thing. Ah! Spider thing! Ah! Anyway, yeah, there's various equipment here on the table. I feel like you will need some of this. There is also here's BALZAK coming in. There is also a non-PCG reference over here. Can anyone spot the non-PCG reference? Tell me in chat if you spot the non-PCG reference. And by the way, over here, this clock that's over the door, this is my actual clock. I actually have this clock in my room. It doesn't work, but it looks nice. It's like, it's got like a wooden, like the outside of it is wooden, and it's got these nice hands, and it's got nice designs on it. But yeah. Yak says Triforce, and Yak is correct. Ding, ding, ding. The Triforce. And if you look it up on the PCG wiki, or actually, like, it doesn't matter if the wiki, forget that. But basically the point is that, like, when Chris was playing this, he tried to pick it up. Like, BALZAK tried to pick it up. But then I said, like, okay, you can't pick that up. And he's like, why not? And I'm like, you don't have the power, wisdom, or courage to lift that. So he just couldn't take it. Gravity Falls, am I right, Zach? I've actually never seen Gravity Fall. You know, like, it's supposed to be really good. So I checked out, like, the first episode. But, like, I couldn't get... You know what it was? Like, I wanted to check it out because of all the game theory episodes, actually. And Star says, I see the reference. There's a spider, which is a reference to the Itsy Bitsy Spider. Genius. You nailed it, Anstar. You got it. That was the true non-PCG reference right there. Let's see what the script says about this room. This is the science room. Among many random alien things which were at one point being studied, there's a display case containing 2 damaged metallic spheres of the same type which makes up BALZAK. Really? Where is that? Oh, wait, 2? It's got to be this, right? This display case. This is more than 2, though. Trying to touch them will result in the balls attaching themselves to him, but power will leak out through the holes in the damaged balls. He will be bleeding, and he'll be forced to disengage from the balls. This room also contains a key card. So I guess that's just there so BALZAK can, like, learn a little bit about, you know, the mechanics of himself, you know. He, like, there are extra spheres which he can attach to himself, but if he has a damaged sphere on himself, electricity will leak out of it, and that's like the equivalent of him bleeding. Yo, Zach, I'm gonna cube now. I can't type in chat, but we'll still watch. Alright, sweet. Thanks, dude. Enjoy cubing. Yak says, you have a wood clock with a spider living on it? Alright, the spider part is false, because obviously that's a reference to the Itsy Bitsy Spider, according to Anstari. Alright. So then, once you solve the puzzle on this ship, yeah, here's the security room. I think you had to get these monitors up and running, and I think this was the place where you had to put in a code or something that you have to figure out from the rest of the ship. And when you put it in... Oh yeah, here is the hallway to the bridge, the ship's bridge, but it's sealed. You can't... By the way, I think this is the wiki image of Balzac, which is bad. It shouldn't be. This is like him from behind, and it's kind of weird, and I don't know. Why is this the wiki image of Balzac? But anyway, it is nonetheless. And Story says, my personal shortest time to swallow a pencil whole is 24 hours. What is yours, Zach? A lot longer than that, Anstari. A lot longer than that. Yak says Balzac is abstinence until he dies. Wait, he is abstinence? Like he's literally the concept of abstinence? Anyway, so once you get through this door, you have to unlock it through the other rooms. On the other side, you find... Oh no! This ship is not abandoned after all! Dun dun dun! It's this guy, and he's like... and like, you're like... Oh, sorry, I thought this ship was abandoned. He's like, you! And he is an alien who's been living here by himself ever since, you know, his ship was attacked and his crew was massacred. And he attacks Balzac, but he's pretty weak, so there's not much he can do. He's old and tired, this alien dude. 100 subscribers, no video challenge says, hi, Zach. Hi, 100 subscribers, no video challenge. Anyway, so, yeah. Like, this guy is weak, but he's still... Oh, get away, you monster! And Balzac is like, what? What'd I do? I'm just an explorer. Listen, I'm not doing anything, dude. But it turns out that the reason that this guy's ship was attacked... Well, not the reason, but... This guy's ship, this abandoned alien ship, was attacked, and its crew was massacred and killed. Yeah, hey, 100 subscribers, what's going on? Anyway, yeah, his crew was massacred and killed by creatures that look exactly like BALZAK GLOBOTRON. And Story says, hey, 100 subscribers, no video challenge. I'm trying to get to 1 million subs without any videos. But it's too late. You already have videos, and Starry. It doesn't count. You're disqualified. I mean, I'm sure you would have done it, but... Plot twist, I'm chicken with power on another phone. Oh no! Oh no! Anywho, so... Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, right. So, creatures looking exactly like BALZAK GLOBOTRON just massacred this entire crew. Zach, I have no videos. That's true. I guess I must have hallucinated it. My bad. Anyways, so this guy just activates the ship's self-destruct. By the way, side note, PCG universe note, this guy is the same exact race as the aliens from my previous paper computer games, like the alien abduction, the same like grays, you know, the ones with the big eyes and, you know, the long arms. That same exact species of aliens are the ones that this ship and this guy belongs to. And he claims that his crew was massacred by the same type of being as BALZAK GLOBOTRON, the same race, whatever he is, or if he's a robot, or we don't know. BALZAK's like a dude made of metal spheres connected by electricity. Whatever you want to call that. Imagine making videos. Yeah, right. Could not imagine doing that. In any event, so let's see. We yeah, that guy activates the auto destruct because he's like, if I can destroy even one of you for what you did to my crew, it'll be worth it. So BALZAK has to get off the ship quick. And he does. So we're back to the small ship, and things are looking desperate. You know, they're like, you're like flying through space just aimlessly, you know, about to run out of fuel, when out of nowhere comes this. Here is BALZAK's little ship just kind of sputtering through space. And then whoosh, this massive thing comes upon it. And this ship takes BALZAK aboard. Oh, hey, Dude Tune Paper, how's it going? Finally got a live stream. I always miss them. Yeah, good timing. Sweet. We're just going through my old PCG BALZAK GLOBOTRON. Anywho, so yeah, you get taken aboard this ship, and like, as you can tell, this is a massive starship, and inside of it, we can meet these folks. Ta-da! Here's BALZAK, and he's meeting these guys. These are the crew of this ship, and they're like, "Oh, what are you? What are you? What are you?" But they're scavengers. They're basically scavengers from a mishmash of different planets across, you know, the Mezdora corridor of space, which they tell you we are in the Mezdora corridor of space, in case that wasn't clear. That is where we are. Yeah, and they, like, their story is they just found this huge ship just abandoned in space. Just this huge, pristine, gorgeous ship. This epic starship just abandoned, and of course they took it. So this guy's name is Matak Roshi Veg. He is a member of the Triptosian species. The Triptosians believe themselves to be superior to all the other races, so he's very, you know, condescending. He's always calling everyone an inferior life form, but he's friendly. You know, he gets along with you. He is also like the cousin of Roshi Veg, which is the boss of my second paper computer game, The Alien Abduction. For those who remember this kind of stuff, mainly just Yak. And sorry, says that huge ship is my yacht. Listen, maybe it was your yacht, but now these guys stole it from you. Maybe you should check your shipyards. Yak says, I love how cool the characters and the crew are. Thanks, dude. And Starry says, wait, I think I'm a Triptosian. Oh, no. Oh, no. And Starry's a Triptosian. My question is, though, how'd you not know that before? Anyway, so this is the second appearance of a Triptosian in all of PCG lore. The first one was Roshi Veg, which was the boss of the second game. And Roshi Veg was gigantic, whereas this is Matak Roshi Veg. This guy is not giant. He's just like a normal-sized dude. But he still is considers himself very much superior, even though he's friendly. Over here we got Bob. This guy up here standing on Matak's head, that's Bob. Bob is a shapeshifter, and he doesn't say much. This isn't his default form. You'll see his default form a little bit later. This is Philby, the robot. Yak says, wait, so how are they related again? They're cousins. Yak says, wait, do Triptosians eat turtles? Well, see, like, turtles are an earth animal, and Triptosians are from the planet Shirek. So, probably not. I don't know. we've never put that to the test. Maybe in a future PCG we'll find out. This guy right over here is Johnson. Johnson is the engineer, right? He's a very talented engineer, and that's because, see, like, he has all these arms, which are really handy for engineering, right? Like, with a lot of arms, you could, like, press a lot of buttons and, like, be on top of a lot of stuff at once, right? The downside is, sadly, his arms are all disabled, so he can't use them. So instead, he, like, to be an engineer, he has to peck at buttons with his nose. So that is the tragic affliction with which Johnson finds himself, but he nonetheless has a fulfilling existence, pecking buttons with his nose and being the engineer for this starship, which is pretty cool. He is also very good with his feet. He can, like, he has some pretty good acrobatic talent, you know, with his feet jumping off of stuff. So yeah, these guys tell you, you know, you're welcome to hang out with them or whatever if you like. You know, whatever. Also, yeah, I forgot to mention, Matak is the science officer. He is the scientist on the ship. I say science officer, but these are just a bunch of random people who just teamed up and found a ship. So there's no officers. They're not part of a military or anything. This isn't that much like Star Trek. But he is the science dude on the ship. He mans the science station. And Philby the robot is the like security / tactical robot. He, like, when something needs to be shot at outside of the ship, he shoots at the thing by using the ship's weapons, obviously. Yak says, I love how his arms are disabled, but they're all in positions that would require the use of arm muscles. Yeah, I know, right? It's just a really awkward, like, his arms were just frozen in that position, and it's just really awkward. He's like, man, like, couldn't they have just been down when they were disabled? But no, they're just frozen like this. Anywho, so yeah, now that's the other thing I have to tell you about these guys. Specifically Johnson, in addition to all this stuff. So remember how, like, Alton's best friend stayed on the planet and married Alton's wife? This is that guy. This is Alton's best friend, or former best friend, or whatever. Johnson. That's who he was talking about. This guy right over here. So, yeah. In any event, yeah. So then we get to explore the ship. The ship's got some hallways, because of course it does. We've got some doors on either side. One of those doors leads to the crew quarters. And we've got, like, the cabins of all the different characters. Some of these come later. Matak, Philby the robot, Johnson. Then we have, by the way, here's the shuttle bay. Here's the room we were actually in, that we started in. So this is your ship that you got from the alien ship from before. Here's the door into outer space. Anyway, so yeah, the crew quarters, right? So here is Matak's cabin. See, like, Matak, pardon me, is like... See, Triptosians are an aquatic species, so Matak requires regular hydration. Luckily, the ship provides for that, so there are sprinklers on the ceiling, and he, you know, in his quarters, he does, you know, he is constantly wet in his quarters, and he's got, like, a rock to climb up onto or whatever. And over here, he's got, like, You know, I don't know. It's like a statue of some other Triptosian dude that he admires. It's probably Gurgis the Great, but I don't remember. Wait, does the script say anything about that? Let's find out. Matak's cabin. There's a sculpture made by Matak of one of his race eating humans. That's what it was. What, the guy with 6 disabled arms was chosen over Alton? What? Why? What's wrong with that? You know, maybe they just have really chemistry to... Maybe they just have good chemistry, you know? You don't know. I mean, I don't know, you know? Some girls like a guy with 6 disabled arms. You know, you never know. This is the robot. When things need shoot, he shoot things. Accurate. Yeah, and then when you walk into Matak's cabin, Matak says, "Ah, welcome. I always enjoy showing inferior creatures the glory that is my habitat." Good old Matak. Good old Matak. Can always rely on Matak. So then, let's see what we got here. Is that the only cabin? We got Balzak's cabin, which is just empty. See, like, the idea with this was that you can decorate it however you want because it's your cabin. But then, like, when Chris was actually playing this, he just didn't. Because, like, this is really my fault. This is inefficient game design on my end. Like, the inside of this ship, like, you can go into it anytime you want, but after you initially explore it, there's really no reason to go back to the inside of the ship and do stuff with it, like decorate your cabin. But, I mean, you can. Nothing's stopping you from decorating the cabin if you ever play BALZAK GLOBOTRON. So then, we have got more Tabernacle hallway. Huh. That's a mysterious hatch. I wonder where it goes. Actually, the answer to that has not yet been revealed in the BALZAK GLOBOTRON series. Actually, I'm planning to... We're probably going to explore that some more when I finally make a sequel to BALZAK GLOBOTRON, but for now, it's just mysterious. Where does that hatch go? Is there like a crawl space underneath the floor? There's a door over here. And here's Philby's cabin, Philby the robot. And Philby is a great admirer of his heritage. So of course he has posters of like members of his species, of his race that he admires. His race being robots. So like yeah, like over here we've got, you know, obviously these are I think these are mostly non-PCG references. Over here, this is Johnny 5. Yak says, is that Killbot? Actually, no. That's Deathbot. Similar, but not exactly the same. It's from one of Kurt's sketches who created Killbot. So I guess it's probably like a modified form of Killbot or something. Then, yeah, funny story, by the way. One time, there were like, Kurt had a friend and he showed his friend the PCG wiki. This was back in the days before the YouTube existed. And his friend was just like looking at all the characters on the PCG wiki and he's like, man, this is cool. I especially like Deathbot. Like that, like, and Kurt's like, wait, what do you mean? Which one are you talking about? Because like there was no article on Deathbot. Deathbot does not exist. So he was like, no, Deathbot. Like the article called Deathbot. And like Kurt was like, do you mean Killbot? He's like, no. It was definitely. I remember reading Killbot, but then separately, I remember reading Deathbot. Deathbot was my favorite. I liked him better than Killbot. And Kurt's like, I mean, we've checked the wiki. There's definitely no article on Deathbot. You know, there's no death. I mean, now there is, but it's because of that. That's the only reason. Oh man, Anstar, you gotta sleep. Have a good night, Anstar. Enjoy Mars, and yeah, have a good one. But in any event, yeah. So yeah. Whew. All right. Yeah. So yeah. Ever since then, like I was talking to Kurt about it. It was like, oh my god, we have to make Deathbot a thing now. Like Deathbot has to be a thing. And so I like the weirdest thing after that, I found a PCG story I had written that has Deathbot in it. And I'm like, oh my god, Kurt, I found a PCG story I wrote that has Deathbot in it. And then he's like, oh my god, I was just looking through one of my old sketchbooks and I found a sketch of Deathbot. So of course we put those things together, my story and his sketch, and we made the entry on the PCG Wiki, which exists today. Like if you look here on the PCG Wiki, Deathbot. This is the original sketch by Kurt of Deathbot. So yeah, and we use, like, this article includes the details from my short story and from Kurt's sketchbook. And yeah, those are his only appearances so far. I don't, like, it was like Bardicus was like a psychic or something. I don't know what the deal is. In any event, so yeah, that's what that is. This guy's Johnny 5. Does anyone in chat, anyone ever see the movie Short Circuit or Short Circuit 2? I used to watch Short Circuit 2 again and again and again when I was a little kid. It's about a robot who gets struck by lightning and comes to life. Best movie ever. And these two, Malzard Thorpoid and Gufranya Mill, like, these are robots from, like, a sci-fi art book I have, and I copied them, but I, like, made up names for them. So it'd be like, you know, this robot admires all the great members of his species. I should have put more PCG robots in here. It's weird that, like, there's no, like, you know, Zuvac tutorial bot. That would have made more sense, but oh welly. I guess, like, there was a reason for that. Folks, are you guys still here? No one's saying anything in chat. I feel like no one's still here. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a be right back thing. I will be right back, and when I am back, if people are saying stuff again, I will continue. If not, we'll take a break. But either way, I need more plagiarism. Yeah, oh yeah, I'm here. All right, sweet. Either way, I still do need to be right back because I need to get a snack. I'm like losing focus. That's the word I was looking for. Anyway, yeah, I will be right back. All right, so. Wow, my hair is a mess. Hey folks, back in black is Zach Mac. Man, saying that out loud sounds weird. Fun fact, I tried to do the Genghis symbol on his coat button, but at the time I couldn't remember exactly what it looked like. Oh man. I mean, there's always the wiki. Alright. I got ice cream, so we're good. We're back in business. Everybody's still here? Yo, why is spamming Zim? Okay, so transporter room. Alright, so yeah, this is a transporter room. Basically, like, you get you climb up into this room, into this glass sphere, and then this energy from up here, and it beams you down to a planet. That's how that works. Then we've got here's the engine room. Here's Johnson. This is a simple drawing, but it took me a bunch of takes to do. Just, you know, running around pecking buttons with his nose, and he's also really good with, you know, he's barefoot and he like jumps around. He like jumps into a wall and bounces off. He's doing some like hardcore parkour over here. He just like, you know, to get up to these pipes to fix them. You know, he's just, that's his engineering stuff. Oh shoot. My bad. We can't see the screen. Alright. Let me show you that again then. Okay, here's the transporter room. Glass sphere, you climb up into it, and then energy from this thing up above beams you down. Then you got engine room. And yeah, here's Johnson in the engine room and his control panels. And everything I just said about parkour. Alright, so the description sounds epic, but I can't see it. Alright, well, hopefully you can by now. Right now I'm paranoid. Yeah. Yeah, okay, good. We good. Okay. So. Next on the list. Where's the bridge? Here we go. Tabernacle Bridge. Here it is, you guys. This is the epic. The ultimate. Sorry, I really shouldn't eat ice cream on stream, but, like, I needed to pick me up. You know, like, my blood sugar was, like, dropping dangerously. I was like, whoa. I need something if I'm going to keep going with this stream. So, yeah. This is the bridge. It went through so many different revisions to be completed. It was originally based on Star Trek, on the Star Trek bridge, but it evolved completely since then. Because, you know, once again, this game was originally going to be like a Star Trek game, the first thing I ever drew for this game was the captain's chair right in the middle of the bridge. And that became, you know, like, that was the one thing I hadn't thought of for the game. Like, who's going to be the captain? Who's going to be the captain? And then the character came to me. And it was BALZAK GLOBOTRON. So, like, oh, hey, it's Pat Dan draws. Okay. And we're back. Sorry for that. So, yeah, ironically, the very first thing I ever drew for this game was the chair. And the chair is the only part that is no longer in the game. Like, the chair is, like, just missing. Nothing where it was. You just have to stand. Sorry, buddy. My whole quest was to fill that chair, to find out who sits in it. And then once I found the person, there was no chair anymore to sit in. Sad. So, like, yeah. Over here we've got Philby the robot once again. He's got his levers that he pulls, but like basically, see over here he is kind of like interfacing, like there like something is sticking out and interfacing with this computer console terminal, like, you know, like how R2-D2 does in Star Wars. And like, so basically, he is able to, like, since he's a robot, he interfaces with the ship's computer and controls the weapon systems and the shields really well. Yak says, in the many revisions of the game, its origins were lost. Yeah, for sure. Super lost. Over here we've got Matak at the science station. And because he's got a lot of tentacles, he's really good at pressing buttons. He can press lots and lots of buttons. So, yeah, he's good at that. So over here we've got, this is the character you haven't met yet. This is Chennai Dudux. Chennai Dudux. Now, for those in the know, which is probably none of you, for those in the know, Chennai Dudux was actually a character from a previous paper computer game. Anybody know what game that is? Nah, of course you don't. That was, like, he was from the game I showed off in the other stream, The Ancient Secret Under Shri. The game where you play as Ari. You meet this guy and you save him from captivity. He was one of the last Zerelta people. He was in captivity by the Kroden, and Ari has to rescue him. And he did, but then, like, this guy Chennai Dudux, he worked with Ari for that whole game, and then he parted ways with Ari. So, like, Yak says, I actually don't remember Chennai. Yeah, I figured you wouldn't. In any event, this is after that. I mean, he really doesn't matter, so that's probably why you don't remember him. Like, he's really just wasn't important to that game at all. But in any event, sometime after that, he found his way onto this ship, so that's where he is. He's still in tattered clothes for some reason, because he just escaped from the Kroden, and he escaped into space, I guess. And that's when he met up with, you know, these people aboard this ship. Up here, up here we've got Bob. See, like, Bob is just on this platform which is hanging from the ceiling from chains. And remember before we met Bob in his other form, he's a shapeshifter. When we met Bob, he looked like this little guy. That was Bob. You see? But now, like, this is more like closer to his true form. We don't know for sure if it's his true form or not, but that is closer to it. So Bob's deal is that he basically doesn't talk at all. He doesn't talk at all. He just completely doesn't talk. And he does something, but we don't know what it is. He's just kind of up there like, he like presses buttons or something that seems to help somehow. Like, he found a way to help the others by pressing buttons. Matak thinks of him like, yeah, according to Matak, he's sort of like vermin that like infest the ship, but it's not worth killing him. Whatever, like, it's kind of like you come onto an old abandoned ship and there might be a rat scurrying around, kind of like that. That's how, that's what Bob is supposed to be. But he is sentient because he like presses buttons and it does help. But no one completely knows exactly what it is that he's doing. But whenever he's not at his station, things don't run as smoothly for whatever reason. So they keep him around. Wait, what's going on in chat? What's happening? So many timeouts? Oh, yeah. Matak, the resident button presser. Yeah, for sure. I read that. Dravenbush Tingoshia says, I hate paper games. Alright. Oh, yeah, that guy. Same bro. Absolute garbage. Only losers make paper games. Psh, who makes paper games anymore? Dravenbush says, I make real games. Yak says, not me. Chicken says, yo, guys, stop hating. Yak says, sounds epic, but can you Zuvak, though? Oh, yeah, I was always so confused about Bob. Yeah. It is mysterious, isn't he? Yak says, isn't he connected to the ship or something? Well, I don't know. For now, that is kind of mysterious. We might find out more later in the game, but up till this point, we don't really know much about him. Chicken says, we're being like paper computer game haters, but for paper games, guys. Zach, what's your email for PDF? I wrote it in the chat. It's xaqimorp209@gmail.com. Yeah, says I'm just kidding. Paper games are epic. Oh, sorry, I was not here. I was finding your channel to sub you. Oh, thanks, man. Awesome. So, in any, let me write it in chat for you again. There you go. In any event, so Balzac is just kind of like befriending these crew, like, we're just buddies, we're just hanging out on this ship, and like, Balzac's like, hey, I want to find out where I came from, and they're like, alright, yeah, sure, yeah, let's, why don't you hang out with us, maybe you'll find some clues. We go all over the place, so maybe you'll find something out, and Balzac's like, alright. I do also want to get back to the space station with Alton, and they're like, okay, so where's that? And he's like, I don't know. I mean, like, think about it. If you were just transported, if you just woke up on a space station in the middle of space and then were taken off that station, you would have no way to know how to get back to it, Space is really big and there's no sense of direction. So in any event, but you guys, by the way, who's still here? I have 5 viewers still, but like, is Salmon still here? Is I know Anstari left. I'm just curious. It doesn't matter. And it does matter. It's, you know, obviously. But, you know, it's also fine. In any event. I love how informal Balzac talks. It makes the game seem real. Yeah, I mean... Yeah, I don't know. And I get a little, like, that's just, that is also just how I summarize things. Like, you know. And then the Emperor of France went over and in a negotiation with Spain said, yo, dude, can we work something out? Like... that is just my thing. But yeah, Balzac did speak pretty informal. I mean, it was Chris playing as him, so you can imagine. You can imagine. Oh, Salmon's still here. Hey, you're just working on stuff. Sweet, dude. Anyway, so, what am I doing? Right, so they're all just buddy-buddy until something happens. The ship begins to be pulled into the mouth of this thing. It's like struggling against it, but its engine, like, exhaust is just being sucked in a vortex into this thing's mouth. The ship's power is not enough to resist it. Oh no. And you know, like over here in the background there's like an asteroid field, and you can see here's the creature, like its eyes, here's its fins. It's like a giant space whale thing, something like that, but with, you know, big teeth. Yeah, it says, ew, Chris. Hashtag Team Chris. And, yeah, you might notice there's like space parasites in the walls of his mouth. Like, they're just here to, like, whenever this giant dude, like, eats something, these guys might get a few scraps or whatever. And one of the parasites is just, like, randomly a cow. Look, it's, you know, it's just a cow. And there's just, like, a random alien thing, but yeah. There's a cow sticking out the side of his mouth. That's actually a nod to Zelda Ocarina of Time, specifically the Master Quest. Because if you play Ocarina of Time Master Quest, like, if you go inside Lord Jabu Jabu's belly, there's cows sticking out the side, out of the walls. Like, there's, like, just cows in his mouth for some reason. So yeah, I thought that was cool. So yeah, reference to that. Also, this ship that is embedded in here, that was a reference to something, and I'm not sure what, because it looks kind of like a generic rocket ship lodged in here. Let me see if the script has anything to say about that. That can remind me what that was. It doesn't say anything about it. You have to shoot it. To defeat it, Balzac must suggest tilting the ship downwards and firing torpedoes so that hold on, is there an easy way to... I guess not. Balzac must suggest tilting the ship downwards so that it will get caught in the creature's suction. After 5 direct hits, it will release its suction and propel itself towards the ship. At this point, you'll have enough to shoot off one of its teeth so that you can maneuver around the creature. Now you must shoot its tail to stop it. Balzac can shoot at it until it dies, or just get the heck out of there. After surviving that, the crew begins to trust him, and they name him the captain of this starship, Tabernacle. That's right, guys. The name of this starship that we are on, this is now going to be the main starship of this game, BALZAK GLOBOTRON. From this point out, we are flying the starship Tabernacle, and we are the captain of it. BALZAK GLOBOTRON, captain of the Tabernacle. Ooh, this guy. Zach, couldn't Chris have just liked and subbed? I mean, he could have. Yak says, I've always loved the name Lord Jabu Jabu. I know, isn't that fantastic? Whatever genius came up with that name deserves more credit, seriously. In any event, so that is the ship. That is the ship. And that is the end of that section of the game. But let me introduce, like, I think I'm probably going to end the stream fairly soon. So, like, because we're only getting started and I've been doing this for 3 hours already, and which would normally be fine, but I'm really tired today for some reason, so. So that's how he became the captain. That was a little too quick, though, not gonna lie. Yeah, I know. But, like, imagine, though, of, like, playing the PCG. This is, like, 6 hours into the game. So, like, you know, they're, like, it's hard to build up, like, a relationship with the crew in a PCG over, like, you know, I guess I could have had him go on a few more missions with them first. But this game was just already so big that there just wasn't any more room for it. So yeah, it was kind of quick. I do acknowledge that, but yeah. Got him. Self promo alert. Somebody clipped that. Wait, what'd I do? Oh, because I said why couldn't Chris have just liked and subbed? But I didn't say that. You said that. I was just reading what you said. That doesn't count. I said Zach couldn't Chris have just liked and subbed, and I said yeah, he could have. That's a factual statement. He was physically capable of doing that. That's not self promo. Zach, what's your email? Dude, it's zachamorp209@gmail.com. Spelled with XAQIMORP209@gmail.com. Anyway, so like, and if you lose it, like, it is actually on my channel. Like, if you go into, like, the About page on my YouTube channel, on this YouTube channel, Paper Computer Games, it has my email address on there. And also, cool, that was a good PCG. Thanks, dude. Yeah, so we're going to have to do another stream to finish this game. But first, I just want to show you... once you gain command of the ship, that means you can fly anywhere. And this game opens up, and it becomes open world, or should I say, open universe. Because we get to explore the Mezdora Corridor, Section D. And over here we have all the different planets that we can visit. The ones you've seen so far, it's pretty much just this. That's the Midway station. That is where Alton found us. Here is the planet that the dude was in orbit of, the ship that kidnapped you. And over here is the abandoned alien ship out in the middle of space. So the Tabernacle would have found you somewhere around here. And here's the thing, right? The Axis, I think Salman would agree. Chicken with Power says, wait, it's not finished. Oh, dude, it is not nowhere close to being finished. We are just getting started. We are just getting started, good sir. That was like the prologue. This is like we just got up to the start, the main part of the game. begins. Yak says this game is 200 pages. Yeah, that's not even an exaggeration. It is literally over 200 pages long. So, yeah, the next place to go from here, well, I think that Matak, or somebody, I forget who, told Balzac that there's a guy on the planet Getzor who might know something about Balzac's origin. So that's going to be the first, you know, place to head. That is going to be the first place to head. We've barely gotten started. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, there's a lot of planets to visit here, as you can see. We've got the planet Mortalis. That's pretty intense. Yggdrasateway. Mordriff. We got, ooh, what's that? Unknown area over there. We've got a neutron star. That's gonna be fun. That's where we're gonna get to. You guys are gonna. Who here knows what a neutron star is? Put a 1 in chat if you know what a neutron star is. Have you ever heard of a neutron star? Not just a regular star, but a neutron star. Dude, if you guys do not know what a neutron star is, you guys should know what a neutron star is, because neutron stars are epic, yo. They are freaking epic. Anyway. We've got Gufaloo, Gudrasev, Zoniat. That is a PCG universe significant planet. First appeared in Kurt's games, Malfoy the Mailbox Bot, and the Spaceball series. Over here we've got the good old planet of Shri. That's right, you guys. Shri is here. Soem, Shansi. There's a lot to be explored. Oh, and Shirek. Shirek too. So, there's check marks next to them because after every time Chris beat one, he would like draw a check mark next to it in pencil so that he would know where he'd been. Yak says, Zach, on the PCG wiki, the Yak people of Mars are just called Yaks. The Yak people are different. Oh, okay. The Yaks are the species on Mars that are basically human. All right, gotcha. Gotcha. Duly noted. So yeah, is there anything else I need to show you for now? Nah, I think we're good. But listen, you guys, I did want to chat with you for a bit before I go, if that's all right. Yak says the difference between yaks and humans is that yaks evolved from a yak-adjacent Mars species. Yak-adjacent Mars species. All right, good to know. And humans evolved from apes. Wait, wait, you're saying they evolved from a yak-adjacent Mars species? So wait, oh, so just a random species on Mars. Okay, good to know. So yeah, in any event, I don't want to show you that yet. But yeah, so yeah, I wanted to chat you guys just about personal stuff. So, and you know, channel stuff, I suppose. So yeah, I haven't really been making videos because I've been freaking out, you guys. I've been freaking out. I'm like, you know, pulling my hair out. Ah! I made a PCG meme if you want to check that out. Sure, yeah. Oh yeah, you said that in the beginning and then I forgot to do it. My bad. All right, let's go to Discord. We are changing our brand look. Interesting. Okay, so, PCG Mimis. Oh, hey. Wait, how far back? Oh yeah, Angry KP made like... Oh man. Like, I never reacted to this on a stream before, so I did see it, but I want to react to it. It's me on the entire Justice League. Guys, this is the true Snyder Cut, alright? This is what has been kept from us this whole time. You know, like when like Zack Snyder's Justice League released on HBO Max, like that wasn't it. The studio wanted to keep this from you because they wanted to not deny the truth about the Justice League, which is that they're all me. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. That is right. I am the Flash. I am Superman. Yeah. Yeah. Fantastic. Anyway, yeah, says you've been making a whole lot of videos for being on break, so don't worry about a lack of videos. Thanks, dude. I mean, I've just been like, oh, yeah, I made a bunch of videos, then I went back on break because like now I'm working on another thing to try to impress my former boss. Also, which is, by the way, that is why I've been freaking out, dude. I'm freaking out. I want this job so badly. You don't even understand. Oh, like I'm so close. But it just feels like I'm going to mess it up somehow. I don't know. The true Snyder Cut. The Zack Cut. Yes, the Zack Cut. That is so true, Yak. Anyway, let's see. Tutorial about oversimplified. Yeah, JC Tunes. That is awesome. Yak Games. Stream starts in 10 seconds. Waiting for paper computer games. Oh, I'm so evil, and it's such an evil face. That's awesome. That could not be more perfect. That is accurate, by the way. I do make that face, like, yeah, like I'm like about to stop the stream, and I'm like, wait. Yeah. When the stream buffers and you're waiting for it to start again. Oh man. Accurate. Alright, you guys. So yeah, I've been really freaking out about that. I don't know, I want the job. I want the job. And I have like, see, here's the thing, right? I have a lot of things going for me. I have advantages. The advantages are that, number one, I definitely know how to do the job, right? And they've seen me. They know I can do the job. They've seen, like, I worked with them before. They know I can do a show well. My shows have been well reviewed by audiences, you know, like good scores. So, all right, there's that. That is a good thing. But yeah, like, by the way, am I boring you guys talking about this stuff? I don't know. I'm sorry. I feel super self-conscious right now. I'm gonna keep going anyway. Okay, so anyway, yeah, like I'm super, like, see, that's the thing. That's what's going for me. I know how to do the job. I can definitely do all the main stuff of the gig. Plus, I've learned 3D animation since I worked there last, which is a big advantage. That makes me able to do a lot more stuff. Plus, like, they are actually looking for someone with streaming experience using OBS Studio. So as you can see, I have streaming experience, like, because they do live streams for Liberty Science Center, where they just do like science streams basically. So I'm pretty sure I can handle that. Someone says nope, not boring. Thanks, dude. Thanks, Yak, as well. Honestly interested in this stuff though. Sweet, thank you guys. So yeah, that's all in my favor. I have like, oh, plus I speak Spanish. That is true as well. You know, like, so they could, if they ever wanted to do Spanish content, I'd be the way to do it. All right, so that's a bunch of advantages. However, what's got me freaked out is this is a desirable job, right? If you work in the planetarium industry, like my planetarium, well, not mine, but you know, the one I used to work at, is the biggest planetarium in the entire Western Hemisphere. I'll even prove it. See if I Google biggest planetarium in the Western Hemisphere. It's the Jennifer Chalsty Planetarium at Liberty Science Center, the one I used to work at. Let me Google image search that. Yeah. This is me. This is like... See, can I see the image, please? Dang it. Where's view image? Here we go. This is accurate. It's on an angle for some reason, but yeah. If you were to go to Liberty Science Center and you go into the planetarium, like when I was working there, to see one of my shows, this is what it looks like. This is a completely accurate depiction. I mean, I should hope it is because it's a photograph, but yeah. Yeah, this is what it was like. Imagine you're sitting here in this audience watching this screen, and it's my voice talking to you, and it's me putting stuff on the screen. So that's what yeah. Yak says, wow, Zach is almost overqualified. Thanks, dude. Well, yes and no. I have all the skills, but on the other hand, they are looking for people with more years of experience than I have. Like, I think it would give me an advantage that they know me, so they know I can do it. It's not like, you know, so that might, it could, you know, that could override the need for years of experience. But what I'm worried about is that, like, basically, yeah, this is a very desirable job. This is a huge planetarium, 89 feet in diameter. It's just amazing. And yeah, if you work in a planetarium, in the planetarium industry, this is a super desirable career. People like would want to like move across the country for this job. So yeah, there's probably gonna be a lot of people who have really impressive backgrounds like applying for it from all across the country. So I've got my competition, you know, lined up, right? The good news is they're only keeping the posting open for a short time, so I'm probably not going to have that much competition, but still, I could have enough that, yeah. So, I don't know. It's freaking me out, you guys. It is freaking me out. Salman says, that's a giant screen. Oh, yeah, dude. Oh, yeah. Oh, man, it is so epic. Let me tell you. And, you know, the thing is, like, this pretty much ruined me for movie theaters for a while after that. Like, I would go into, like, a movie theater. It's, like, a nice big IMAX screen, and I'm like, wow, this feels really small. I feel like, you know, I'm at home watching something on TV or something, you know? Like, imagine having a screen this big, like, that completely covers your entire field of vision. And imagine being able to control that like it's your own personal computer. Like being able to put just whatever you want on it whenever you want. And you just get used to that, you know? Like, that's just normal. So that's just a normal screen to you, right? Then you go out to the movies, and you're expecting a huge screen to, like, be like, whoa. But you get to the movies, and it's like, well, that's that's underwhelming. That's a lot smaller than what I'm used to. I'm going to upload a meme on the PCG shop now. Wait for that. Sweet. I made another meme. Alrighty. You want a job, and it's at the biggest planetarium in the Western Hemisphere. It's the biggest planetarium in the Western Hemisphere. So true. So true. Yeah, like my advantage the first time around was that, like, the reason I got the job the first time is because, like, I was only competing against other people at Liberty Science Center. The job was only posted for other people within the Liberty Science Center. So I had like a legit chance. But you know, now I don't know. Certainly I've got a lot more going for me than I did then, but then also the competition might be a lot livelier. Someone says, I mean, they obviously think you're qualified since they gave you the job the last time. Over all the other people, honestly, I'm really impressed. Thanks so much, dude. Yeah, funny story. I was also the only reason that job existed to begin with, which was that was what was maddening about it. Like, the only reason that happened is because, you know, the planetarium director, like when I worked at Liberty Science Center in a different position, I was just like, you know, out on the floor. And every time the planetarium director would pass by, you know, or the other planetarium people, I asked them questions about the planetarium. I was curious about it. Like, I always had, like, wanted to get into that planetarium. And, like, you know, I was asking him, so, like, what do you require from people who, you know, are going to work here? And he's like, oh, well, we look for people with, like, public speaking experience. And I'm like, well, I worked on a radio show. Does that count? And he's like, yeah, that counts. So then, like, I kept having conversations with him, and he's like, all right, well, yeah, let's you know, let's talk. Like, we actually, like, he and I sat down, and I pretty much asked for a meeting with him. I sat down with him, and I said, hey, yeah, so listen, I have these skills. I can do this, and this, and I was wondering if there's any way to get in the planetarium. And he's like, oh, well, we could use an extra person, all right. But then they had to go through all this bureaucracy in order to do that. They're like, oh, well, we can't just give you a job. That wouldn't be fair because there might be someone else in the building more qualified. So they had to, first of all, it took weeks for them to figure that much out. Then they had to post the position to anyone in the building, and anyone could apply for it. And a bunch of people did. There was like 13, 15, something like that, people who, no, I think there was more. The number of people who applied, I think there was like 20. But then of the people who got interviews, there were probably like 8 or 9 of them, I think. Be confident, Zach. Thanks, dude. I play a lot of games as the planetarium, though. I know, right? Oh my god, it is so cool. Like, I loved working there. Oh, so good. So yeah, yeah, like, yeah, after that, it was like weeks and months of just like waiting, you know, because like, first of all, they had to figure out, you know, they had to do interviews with everyone and, you know, be like, give everyone a fair shot. And, you know, the whole time I'm like, you know, but this position only exists because of me, you know, like, I definitely got it in the end, though. I think I had a lot going for me then. And I think I have a lot going for me now, too. But, you know, once again, the competition is fiercer than before. So we'll see. I mean, I think we'll find out soon enough because, like, I spoke to my former boss. He said, like, the position is posted now. And it's only going to be posted for 2 weeks. So that will end this Friday. So that's why I'm freaking out, you guys. Like, this period is about to end. Like, the moment of truth is fast coming. I'll find out if I can get my job back or not. That means I'm trying to devote a lot of my time to that, you know? So, yeah. That's all I wanted to chat about. What do you guys think about that? I wish there was like some magical way that if I could get my job back, I could just like somehow invite the entire PCG community to come see a show in the planetarium when I'm performing it. That would be awesome. Like, of course, I realize that the PCG community is spread across the entire planet. So there's like no way that could ever happen. You know, there's people in India, the Philippines, Fiji, Pakistan, you know, just all over the place. But yeah, I play a lot of games. This is cool. Yeah, it would be nice. Anyway, thank you guys for listening. That's all I have to say about that. Is there anything else I should do before I go? Oh yeah, new Techno Zombies game coming by Cold Brooding Werewolf. Quantumorix. Quantumorix? Quantumorix. I don't know. That's really cool. Susie says, ugh, Spanish. Oh, hey, Susie. Spanish is a beautiful language, and it's awesome. I don't know what you're talking about. Yak says, the whole planet brought together in a planetarium. Yeah, that's right. I mean, the fact that you improved on your skills to get the job shows that you really care. Yeah, it does. I mean, the question is just whether that'll be enough. You know, I mean, hopefully it will. Hopefully it will. We'll find out soon enough. But in the meantime, you know, I am just freaking out. Yeah. So that's my life right now. I'm just gonna like freak out constantly for the next couple weeks. I'm trying to make even more animation to show them. Like so far I made I show you this guys this one. Oh no, I didn't. Let me show you the quick animation I made. Oh hey, that's this. Yeah, let me go to Zach Rezatelny. And here's the new one I started making. I don't know if it's going to happen though. But the idea was to make a full 8-minute like laser show set to the song Stairway to Heaven by Led Zeppelin to show them that I can make laser shows. But so far I only have 34 seconds of it. Here we go. You can do it, Zach. Thanks so much, dude. Hope it's enough because that seems like a cool job. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I love that job. And that's all I really have so far. Oh, wait, no. There's this. That last part goes by fast, so maybe I'll just show it again real fast. That actually looks really good. Maybe I should just stick with that. What do you guys think about that? The Forsaken guitar song? Yeah. It's Superball says no in the meme section. Sending virtual motivation. Thank you so much, Yak. You guys are the best. I can't even imagine what this would look like in a laser show. I know, right? Yeah, well, like, it'd have to be reformatted, first of all, because, like I can render it for a dome. This section is actually rendered for a dome. See how it's, I mean, you can't really tell here, but this is actually on a circle. And that's, like, that circle, like, it's distorted to compensate for the natural curvature of a dome. So if this were projected onto a dome, it would just look like you're seeing, you know, this in front of you, and it would just look cool. But it wouldn't be as curvy as you're seeing it here. So this section is actually rendered for a dome, but you can't notice it because it's just black on black. This section is also rendered for a dome where there's like stars or whatever and they form into a foot. But then this next section is obviously not. See, like there's just like this woman made of stars and she's just like walking down. This is obviously rendered for YouTube. But I figured I had to because, like, you know, if I rendered this for a dome, it's not going to look good on YouTube, you know? And I have to show it to them on YouTube. You know, I can't show it to them on the dome, unfortunately. I wish I could. It looks good. Thanks, man. It looks great. Thanks. That's really cool. Thanks so much, dude. Yeah, I figure if I can get maybe like a minute or so of animation, maybe like 2 minutes. I already have 30 seconds, so that shouldn't be that hard. I actually rendered a little bit more today than just this, so I have even more than that. So yeah, hopefully that will increase the thing. The other thing I was thinking is, you know, like what if they want to see my streaming skills? What would I do then? You know, like I'm almost tempted to just say, hey, yeah, I can do live streams. Why don't you show up for one of my live streams and you'll see, you know, and I'll do like a science themed PCG stream, like just explain a ton of science and respond to audience questions. And, you know, like, my old bosses will watch it. I don't know. I doubt they'd actually come to that, but it's a thought. Is there anything else I should react to before I end the stream? If I start on the wiki, I'm going to get sucked into the wiki. Man, there's a lot of games in the Techno Zombies universe. Project Z by Salman, Techno Zombies 2, and Plants vs. Techno Zombies by me. 2 comic series by JPGS, and Techno Zombies Mobilized and Techno Survival also by JPGS. And Cold Brooding Werewolf has Anthem the PCG and Quantumorix, and Superball has Black Hawk the Beginning. This is a big universe, you guys. This is like probably at this point, this is probably the second biggest PCG universe in the PCG multiverse. Compact Dev added something to his... Oh yeah, he added Smog, which is also on the PCG shop. Here is the PCG shop. Does anyone know if there's a way to search the comments in a wiki? Do I know that? Let me see. Like if I just type in search, like hello, and there's nothing. But if you go down to like where it's, like right now it's set to search for articles, but if you tell it to search for everything, no, I get that's just showing me like user stuff, blogs, people. No, is there an advanced thing? Advanced forum. Does that work? Okay, what if I search for cool? But it's supposed to be only in forum. Wait. Yeah, so that's not what I'm looking for. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if there's a way. There probably is, but I can't find it at the moment. Someone says, then you would have to do the most epic live stream ever. Listen. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I definitely would. But I figure all I really need to do is show that, you know, show I can do a live stream, basically. Show I can switch between scenes like, hey, woo, woo, woo. You know, maybe do a little bit of that, a little bit of... Yeah, just switch back and forth among everything. And you know, just respond to comments in real time, because you know that would show them that I could do that. You know, I'm looking for a specific comment on a page in the PCG wiki. Shoot, I don't know, dude. Wait, let me go. Explore community? Is it there? Create a page, expand these. There's a way to do this. I know there is. Is it under recent pages? Social activity. Okay, so here's where you can just see all the comments. Salman says commented on the article The Platform. I've watched the movie before. It's amazing. It's cool to know someone made a PCG of it. Yeah. Filters, type, actions, user type. There's no way to search though. But you can just like, well, you can just go onto this page and just Control F and like just search the text. Like if let's say hello. Yeah. Here, Chris replied to the message hello on Zach's wall with a thumbs down. Of course he did. Of course he did. Freaking Chris. Someone says, and we would have to be some good viewers. You guys are some good viewers, so I wouldn't worry about that part. Yes, a PCG job thing. Someone says, woo, yeah, super fancy. That'd be amazing. I would love that. I would have to talk to my boss though to see if that would ever happen. I mean, I don't know. That's an awkward thing to ask about. Hey, do you want to come to my live stream? There is a reason for it though. You know, I don't know. But I figure, yeah, like if I was gonna do that, then I could use the green screen. Yeah, I'd use the green screen, put myself on like maybe a background that I rendered in Blender, you know, 3D animated green screen background, and just live stream that way. Probably should do that anyway, but I don't know. First of all, it's a lot of work, and second of all, it does seem kind of impersonal, you know? I don't know. Hey, thank you. Yeah, thank you guys. Alright guys, so I think I am thoroughly out of things to talk about, but this has been really nice. Going through BALZAK GLOBOTRON and getting to chat with you guys about this stuff. Like, having you guys on my side really means a lot, and so thank you guys for that. That is super, super kind of you guys. So I'll keep you updated. I'll let you know if I get the job or not. And if I do, you know, I don't know. Come, all of you, come see my show. That, like, if that were possible, which it probably isn't. But yeah. Anyway, yeah, we'll do more BALZAK GLOBOTRON next time. For now, I guess let's call it a night. Have a good night, folks. Thanks for watching, and PCG you later.